Welcome to our YouTube channel Hymn of Science. I am Vaibhavanti Chakrabarti. I am your biology teacher. Today I am going to teach you reproduction in organisms. Now, before going to the main topic, I would like to explain you lifespan. Students, this is very important topic. Lifespan. Lifespan is also called macrobiosis. It is a new term for you. Macrobiosis. Mind it. Keep it in your mind. At least 20 times it came in your NEET and AIIMS or in board exam. What is macrobiosis? Macrobiosis is called lifespan. Lifespan means the time period of a living organism from its birth to its death. This is natural death. It's called natural. From birth to its natural death is called lifespan. And another name of lifespan is called macrobiosis. It is very important. Now, this is also important. Lifespan of different multicellular organisms. Elephant is very important. It came several times in board exam. 60 to 90 years. Dog 25 to 30. Horse 60 years. Cow 20 to 25. Cat 30 to 35. Human 75 to 100. Crow 15 years. Parrot. Listen, look. Crow, lifespan of crow is 15. But parrot 140. Both are birds. Butterfly 1 to 2 weeks. Fruit fly 2 weeks. Crocodile 60 years. Tortoise 100 to 150 years. Rose plant 5 to 7 years. Banyan tree 200 to 300 years. Paddy and wheat plant 3 to 4 months. So these are the lifespan of some living multicellular advanced organisms. Now, any living organism is mortal. That is, their death is natural. But there is a point. Single-celled animals are immortal. How could it be possible? How they become immortal? In single-celled animals reproduce through single cell. Okay. So when a single cell divides, it becomes two daughter cells. Now each daughter cell again divides into another daughter cells. These new daughter cells again divide. So there is no part left behind for death. So single-celled animals are immortal. It's a very important point. Keep it in your mind. Now we are going to our main topic, that is reproduction. Now what is reproduction? You came to know from your class 8 that reproduction is a biological process by which an organism produces another organism like itself. Okay, that is called reproduction. Now, reproduction are of some characteristics. Number 1, cell division. Reproduction means first cell division. Characteristics of reproduction. Characteristics of reproduction. Characteristics of reproduction. Students, you learn the definition from your textbook. Okay, definition should be toto. That is written in your textbook. Don't be manipulate. Just whatever written in your textbook, you have to write in your exam copy. So you have to learn definition from your textbook. Now, characteristic of reproduction. Characteristics of reproduction. Number 1, cell division. Number 2, duplication of cell apparatus and formation of reproductive unit. Now write it down in your copy. Okay. Now types of reproduction. Mainly there are two types of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction and another is sexual reproduction. Types of reproduction. Types. Mainly two types. That is asexual and sexual. But again we divide it in another part, that is vegetative reproduction. Now asexual. A for absence, and sexual means gamete. So the reproduction that occurs without the absence of gamete is called asexual reproduction. Now we are going to discuss about asexual reproduction in brief. Now asexual reproduction mainly occur in unicellular organism. Mainly unicellular organism. Mitosis occur. In some place amitosis also occur. Specialized structure needed. And clone, the word, keep it in your mind, clone, because the offsprings that are produced by asexual reproduction are identical to their parents morphologically and also genetically. So the term clone is applicable here, and it is very fast. So keep it in your mind. Unicellular organism, mitosis, specialized structure needed, clone, very fast, and one more thing, uniparental, because one parent or one cell is needed for asexual reproduction. Now type of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction are of different types, mainly 6 types or 5. Okay. Now types of asexual reproduction. Number one is fission. You know what is fission? Fission means division. One thing divided into 2 parts. Now fission are of mainly 2 types. One is binary fission, binary and multiple. Now bi means 2. When one cell divides into 2 cells, that is called binary fission. So fission are of 2 types, binary and multiple. Now binary fission again are of 3 types. Irregular, transverse, transverse and longitudinal. So binary fission are of 2 types, 3 types, irregular, transverse and longitudinal. Now what is irregular? Irregular is occurring amoeba. This is amoeba's nucleus. Now irregular binary fission occurs in any plane, from here, any plane, and the parent amoeba divides into 2 dotted amoeba. This is called irregular binary fission. Now what is transverse binary fission? Transverse means it occurs in this method. Number 1 is bacteria. Transverse. Irregular, example of irregular is amoeba, and transverse is bacteria and paramecium. Okay, in bacteria, just in bacteria just divide into two parts. This amitosis. In bacteria, it occurs by amitosis process. And in paramecium, you know, the shape of paramecium is like a slipper. And paramecium has two types nuclei. One is macro and one is micro. This macronucleus goes into amitosis process, cell division, and micro grows into mitosis, cell division process. And from amitosis, two macronucleus produced, and mitosis, two micronucleus is produced, and this one nucleus and this one nucleus goes paramecium divides one macronucleus, one micronucleus. In transverse binary fission, you see in paramecium, macronucleus divide by amitosis process and produce two macronucleus, and micronucleus by mitosis process produce two micronuclei, and one macronucleus and one newer micronuclei goes to the anterior part, and one macronucleus and one macronuclei goes to the posterior part, and two paramecia is formed. Okay, so this is called transverse binary fission. Next, longitudinal binary fission. Longitudinal binary fission occurs in euglena. Euglena divides in this manner. Okay, so this is longitudinal binary fission. Students, you keep in your mind the example of each type of reproduction. This is very, very important. The example is very, very important. Now, next type of asexual reproduction is budding. Budding. First, hydra. Hydra. Here, a bud occurs. This is a gastrovascular cavity of hydra. This is also called coelenteron. First, protuberance occurs. This is called bud. Later, mouth occurs, and from that mouth, tentacles occur. Ultimately, this part detached and new hydra is formed. So this is called budding. Another example of budding is unicellular fungi, that is yeast. In yeast. At first, nucleus divide and then cytoplasm divide. So first karyokinesis and then cytokinesis, and then a constriction occurs and that part detached from parent body and new yeast is formed. So this is called budding. Another example of budding is gemule. Gemule, this is very, very important. Gemule. Gemule occurs in sponge. Sponge. Example is, keep it in your mind. Example is very, very important. Sponge are of two types, marine sponge and sweet water or fresh water sponge. And sweet water sponge and in marine sponge, a ball-like structure occurs, and here you see some cell occurs. This is called archaeocytes. Archaeocytes. And these are laden with food reserved, and there are some spicules. This is a hard ball-like structure. This is called gemule. In freshwater sponge, there are two layers, the inner chitinous layer and outer thin layer. But in marine sponge, there are only outer thin layer. Keep it in mind. This cross-like structure is called spicules, and these are called archaeocytes. And when favorable condition occurs, these microbial disintegrates, and that archaeocytes float in the water and new sponges are formed, and the mother sponge disintegrates. So these are called budding. Now another type of reproduction is called by fragmentation. fragmentation. Now fragmentation is occurred in Spirogyra. Spirogyra, an algae, green algae. Some part of Spirogyra detached. Suppose this part detached from the parent part, and this detached part can grow into another Spirogyra. So this is called fragmentation. Now another example of asexual reproduction is regeneration. This is very, very important. Regeneration. Re means again, generation means production. New again the production. This is also called neogenesis. The new term, new genesis. This will come in your NEET, AIMS or your board exam. Neogenesis. This is a new term. Now regeneration occurs in starfish when my drawing is not very good. So okay, when a part of a starfish detached, if this part has two layers, ectoderm and endoderm, then it will be capable of produce new starfish. Okay, and this is called morpholaxis. It's a new term, morpholaxis. Now regeneration is a new term, neogenesis. Starfish, when a part of starfish detached from mother starfish, it can grow into a new starfish. This is called morpholaxis. But not only a starfish can produce a new starfish, but also it can regenerate or produce the injured portion, and this is called epimorphosis. This is a new term. So in starfish or in hydra or in sponge, regeneration not only produce another organism from the detached part, but the detached part is replaced also. So when detached part replaced, this is called epimorphosis. This example is also applicable for house lizard. You see the tail of house lizard fall off and new tail grows in that place. This is called epimorphosis. But when that detached part have two dermis, ecto and endo, then that detached part can grow a whole organism. This is called morpholaxis. So two terms, epimorphosis and morpholaxis, keep it in your mind. So this is regeneration. Now the last topic of asexual reproduction is by spores. Spores reproduction. Spores. What are spores? Spores are unicellular unit. Now spores are of two types. One is sporangiospores, and another is conidiospores. Now what is sporangiospores? Sporangiospores are those spores which occur in a spore case or sporangium. These are the example of Chlamydomonas. Sporangiospores examples are Chlamydomonas, and in some lower fungi, that is Pythium. Now sporangiospores are also two types. These are zoospores. Okay, zoospores. So sporangiospores are also of two types. Number A, example Chlamydomonas and Pythium. Chlamydomonas is an alga and Pythium is a lower type of fungi. That is called zoospores. Zoospores have flagella. Okay, flagella may be 2 or 1. Okay, this is called zoospores. Zoo means motile. These spores can motile. And another sporangiospores example is second type of sporangiospores is aplanospores. Aplanospores. These examples are mucor and rhizopus. Here you see, this is a fungal hyphae, okay? This is fungal hyphae. And you see, in the hyphae is sporangium, a case, spore case. And in that spore case, spores are produced. And when this sporangium bursts, spores are scattered. Look at this cucumber. You see, there is a cottony part. These are nothing but the fungus. Fungus grow here because that fungus spores are floating in the air, and when they come in touch with some damp and hot, watery object, they can grow. So you see, these are fungal. So these are called aplanospores. Now the last type of spores that are called conidiospores. The conidiospores are very, very important. Conidiospores are occur in chain. It may be occur in chain or it may be occur in single. Basically it occur in chain. And these are found in Penicillium. You know Penicillium? Dr. Alexander Fleming produces penicillin. From Penicillium, the first antibiotic, that is called conidiospores. Conidiospores are aplanospores because they are non-motile spores. They can't motile. They have no flagella. Now, next type of spores are chlamydospores. Chlamydospores. They are thick wall spores. The next type of spores are chlamydospores. Chlamydospores are thick wall spores, and they have food reserve in them. Example is agaricus and mushroom. Okay. Again, I am telling you that example is very, very important. And another example of spores are oidiospores. Oideo. It is fungal hyphae fragmented, and each part acts like a spores. So, asexual reproductions are of 6 types. Number 1 is fission. Fission are of 2 types. Binary. I'm very, very, very sorry. In the topic of fission, I just explained binary fission. There are again one type of fission, that is multiple fission. Fission. Already I have explained binary fission. Now I am going to tell you multiple fission. Okay, I have skipped it. I am very sorry again. Multiple fission, a cyst is produced, and cyst have 3 chitinous layers. And here one nucleus produce multiple nucleus. And when that cyst breaks, each nuclei comes out and produce a new individual. Example is amoeba. Amoeba produces new amoebae when unfavorable conditions arise. But another example of multiple fission is Plasmodium vivax, that is malarial parasite. So students, asexual reproduction are of fission binary and multiple. Number 2 budding. Number 3 fragmentation. Number 4 regeneration, and number 5 spores. Okay, so I hope all of you understood asexual reproduction.